Your power in the now. How to live fully and find your true strength for the present moment.
Reclaim your power by embracing the now. The idea of your power in the now is simple, yet profound. It asks us to recognize that the only moment we truly have is the present. While we often think in terms of the past and the future, the reality is that the present moment is the only one we can directly experience. The past is gone, and the future hasn't yet arrived. Yet so often, we find ourselves living anywhere but in the now. Our minds are pulled toward memories, regrets, or fears about what might come. This constant mental chatter keeps us from fully experiencing the richness of life as it unfolds. Think about it. How often have you been so lost in thought that you missed what was happening right in front of you? Perhaps you were in a conversation, but instead of truly listening, you were thinking about your next task or worrying about something unrelated. Or maybe you were enjoying a meal, but rather than savoring each bite, your mind wandered to future plans. This is the power of distraction, and it keeps us from fully living in the present. In the rush of daily life, we forget that the present moment is where everything happens. The past is a collection of moments that no longer exist, and the future is a series of moments yet to come. Right now, in this moment, life is happening. It is where we have the ability to feel, connect, and create. It is where joy, peace, and fulfillment reside, not in a distant past or an imagined future, but in the now. This concept isn't new. Throughout history, philosophers and sages have shared wisdom about the importance of living in the present. The Stoics taught us to accept what we cannot change, focus on the present, and let go of what doesn't serve us. Buddhist teachings emphasize mindfulness, urging us to be fully present in every moment. More recently, thinkers like Eckhart Tolle have reminded us that our true power lies in being deeply rooted in the now. But why is it so challenging to stay in the present? Our minds are incredibly powerful and often pull us away from what's right in front of us. The mind races, replaying past events or imagining future scenarios. We dwell on regrets, fears, or desires. In doing so, we lose touch with the quiet beauty of the present moment. The power of now is about learning to quiet this mental noise and fully experience the present. When we do, something incredible happens. We start to notice things we may have overlooked, the sound of birds singing, the feel of a gentle breeze, or the warmth of sunlight on our skin. These small, seemingly ordinary details are the essence of life and the building blocks of joy. Focusing on the present moment doesn't just bring peace, it brings clarity. When we are fully present, we see things as they are. We are no longer tangled in distractions or mental loops. Instead, we become more focused, intentional, and connected to the world around us. This clarity doesn't just help during moments of mindfulness, it transforms every aspect of life. It makes us more productive, compassionate, and in tune with ourselves and others. When we stop dwelling on the past or worrying about the future, life becomes pure. It's like walking through a garden with no distractions, fully appreciating the fragrance of flowers, the rustle of leaves, and the vibrant colors around us. Each moment becomes an opportunity to experience life completely. By embracing the present, we realize that peace and happiness aren't things we need to chase. They're already here, in the now. Philosophers and spiritual teachers have long believed that true happiness isn't found in achieving or acquiring more, but in simply being present. When we let go of the need to control, plan, or perfect, we allow ourselves to experience life as it is. And in doing so, we find that the present moment is enough. It's all we truly need. In this book, we'll explore how the power of now can transform your life. You'll learn practical ways to focus on the present, quiet the mind, and embrace the simplicity and beauty of the now. Through exercises, reflections, and stories, we'll uncover the tools and mindset shifts that can free you from the grip of past and future thinking. By the end of this journey, you'll see how the present moment can bring peace, clarity, and a deep sense of fulfillment that comes only from being fully alive in the now. Take a deep breath. Let go of worries about what's next and step into this moment. This is where your power lies. The now is all you need. Chapter 1. Understanding the mind's role. The mind is an extraordinary tool, shaping how we perceive the world and navigate life. Yet when left unchecked, it can also become a source of distraction, pulling us away from the present moment. Instead of fully experiencing the here and now, our thoughts often wander to the past or future, robbing us of life's richness. The past and future, caught in time's grip. How often do you catch yourself revisiting the past? Perhaps it's a conversation that didn't go as planned, a regretful decision, or an old wound that still stings. These thoughts feel powerful because they shape how we view ourselves and the world. We may cling to them for comfort or familiarity, even when they bring pain. In doing so, we unknowingly imprison ourselves in a past that no longer exists, missing out on the unfolding present. Similarly, the future often fills our minds with worry. We fret about tomorrow, next month, or years from now, imagining what could go wrong or obsessing over what we need to prepare for. This endless speculation drags our attention away from the only moment that truly matters, the present. The past is merely a collection of memories, and the future is a series of imagined possibilities. Neither exists in the present, yet the restless mind loves to dwell in both. This tendency makes it challenging to fully embrace the now. When we attach ourselves to these fleeting thoughts, we lose touch with the beauty and simplicity of being present. The restless mind. The mind's natural state is one of restlessness. It constantly seeks something to do, think about, or worry over. Even in moments of stillness, it races, replaying old conversations, conjuring future scenarios, or wandering into daydreams. This mental noise drowns out the quiet beauty of the present moment, leaving us distracted and disconnected. Have you ever tried sitting silently for a few minutes? Almost instantly, your mind begins to wander. It might remind you of tasks to complete, pull you into a memory, or create an imaginary scenario. This ceaseless mental activity can feel exhausting, as though the mind is running from something, perhaps the simplicity of being still. This habitual seeking of distractions is what keeps us from experiencing life fully. The mind craves busyness, fearing that stillness might bring discomfort or difficult truths. And so, it leaps from thought to thought, never finding peace. Training the mind. The good news is that the mind, though naturally restless, can be trained. Quieting it doesn't require force. Instead, it calls for gentle awareness. Each time you notice your mind wandering, whether to the past or future, you can guide it back to the present moment. It may feel challenging at first, but with practice, it becomes easier. One effective way to anchor the mind is through breath awareness. Focusing on your breath roots you in the present. The act of breathing, so simple and constant, reminds you that you are alive, here and now. Each inhale and exhale acts as a calming rhythm, helping to quiet the mental chatter. Mindfulness practices are another powerful tool. These involve fully immersing yourself in whatever you are doing, whether it's washing dishes, walking, or eating. Paying close attention to the sensations of your body and the environment around you leaves less room for the mind to wander. This focused presence transforms even mundane activities into moments of clarity and peace. With consistent practice, we can learn to quiet the noise of the mind and experience life as it is, free from the distortions of past regrets or future anxieties. The restless mind no longer controls us. Instead, we regain the power to choose presence and find stillness in the midst of life's chaos. A simple story, finding peace in presence. Ravi was a man who spent his life chasing one goal after another. By all standards, he was successful, working a demanding job in the city, constantly striving for more. Yet, despite his achievements, he felt an emptiness he couldn't explain. Stress and anxiety overshadowed his days, leaving him disconnected and unfulfilled. One weekend, overwhelmed and burned out, Ravi decided to visit his childhood village, a place he hadn't seen in years. Wandering along familiar paths, he noticed an elderly woman sitting quietly under a tree by a lake. Her peaceful demeanor intrigued him, so he sat down beside her, expecting profound wisdom. To his surprise, the woman said nothing. She simply watched the ripples on the water. Ravi, initially restless, set aside his thoughts and mirrored her stillness. As he focused on the lake, a calmness washed over him. He began to notice the warmth of the sun, the gentle rustling of leaves, and the songs of distant birds. Each moment felt whole, requiring nothing more than his presence. Finally, the woman spoke. Life is like this lake. When we rush, our minds become like stormy water, too agitated to reflect anything clearly. But when we're still, we see everything as it truly is. She smiled and added, "Sometimes the greatest wisdom comes not from doing, but simply being." Ravi returned to the city with a fresh perspective. He didn't abandon his responsibilities, but he approached life differently. He began savoring simple moments, a quiet meal, a heartfelt conversation, the view from his office window. Gradually, his stress eased, replaced by a quiet joy and a sense of connection. This story reminds us that presence doesn't require drastic changes or special circumstances. It simply asks us to pause, notice, and appreciate life as it is. By embracing the now, we discover peace and clarity in the simplest of moments, transforming the ordinary into something extraordinary. Chapter 2. Living in the Now. The Benefits. Living in the present is more than a mindset. It's a transformative practice that touches every aspect of our lives. When we embrace the now, we gain clarity, peace, and purpose. Let's explore the profound benefits of this practice. Clarity. Focusing on the present clears the mind of clutter. Instead of replaying past mistakes or worrying about the future, we see situations with fresh eyes. This mental clarity allows us to think calmly and make better decisions. Peace of mind. When we live in the present, regret and anxiety lose their hold. The simplicity of now creates space for calm and acceptance, even amidst life's chaos. Focus and productivity presence helps us block distractions and fully engage with the task at hand. This single-minded focus boosts efficiency and enhances the quality of our work. Emotional balance. By anchoring ourselves in the now, we lessen the emotional charge of negative thoughts. Gratitude for the present moment fosters contentment, reducing stress and anxiety. Living in the present transforms ordinary experiences into moments of joy, clarity, and connection. It doesn't require perfection, just a willingness to be fully here now. In this way, life becomes a beautiful unfolding filled with purpose and peace. Chapter 3. The Power of Acceptance. Acceptance is a life-changing practice that helps us find peace by embracing things as they are. It means letting go of resistance, judgment, and the urge to change everything around us. Often we experience stress because we wish situations, people, or even ourselves were different. But when we accept life as it is, we unlock a path to freedom and calmness, embracing life as it comes. In our daily lives, we often resist reality, hoping things will go as planned. However, life is full of surprises, some good, some challenging. Plans may fail, relationships might disappoint, and obstacles arise unexpectedly. When we resist these changes, we create inner conflict. On the other hand, acceptance allows us to release this struggle and find peace in the present moment. Picture being stuck in heavy traffic on your way to an important meeting. You could stew in frustration, honk your horn, or grow increasingly upset, but none of that changes the traffic. Instead, acceptance means recognizing the situation and releasing the need to control it. You take a deep breath, relax, and shift your focus. By choosing acceptance, you conserve your energy and gain a sense of calm, even amid inconvenience. Acceptance isn't about giving up, it's about making peace with the present. It's a way to live in harmony with life as it unfolds. This mindset creates space for solutions, growth, and inner tranquility. Letting go of control. Our need to control everything often creates stress and unhappiness. We try to dictate outcomes in our relationships, careers, and emotions, believing this will bring happiness. However, life is unpredictable, and forcing control only leads to frustration and anxiety. Letting go doesn't mean abandoning responsibility. Instead, it means releasing the illusion that we can control every detail. It's about trusting that life will unfold as it should, even if it doesn't match our expectations. For instance, in relationships, we may try to change others to meet our standards, but this creates tension and disappointment. By accepting people as they are, we nurture understanding and love. Similarly, in work or personal projects, we may obsess over results. Letting go of that attachment allows us to focus on doing our best in the present moment, trusting the outcome will be okay. When we release the need to control everything, we experience the freedom and peace of simply being. Stories of transformation through acceptance. Acceptance has transformed many lives. One woman living with a chronic illness struggled with anger and resistance for years. When she shifted her perspective and embraced her reality, she found unexpected peace. She focused on small, positive steps, discovered joy in simple moments, and grew a sense of gratitude for life as it was. Similarly, a man who lost his job during an economic downturn was overcome with shame and despair. After months of resistance, he began practicing acceptance. He focused on improving his skills and building new connections, letting go of fear and anxiety. Not only did he find a new job, but he also uncovered resilience and purpose within himself. These stories show that acceptance is not about surrendering to challenges. It's about acknowledging reality and finding peace within it, allowing space for growth and change. The freedom in acceptance. Acceptance frees us from the burdens of resistance and control. By meeting life where it is, we discover greater clarity, peace, and emotional balance. It doesn't stop us from striving for better things. It simply grounds us in the present, allowing us to move forward with wisdom and grace. Life will always have challenges, but acceptance empowers us to face them calmly with hope and understanding. Chapter 4. Practical ways to cultivate presence. Staying present in the moment may seem simple, but in a world filled with distractions, it takes practice. Cultivating presence leads to deeper peace, clarity, and focus. Here are some practical techniques to help you live in the now. Mindfulness techniques. 1. Breath awareness. Your breath is a powerful anchor to the present moment. Simply focus on it. Take a deep breath, notice how it fills your lungs, and exhale slowly, feeling the release. Whenever your mind wanders, gently bring your attention back to your breath. This practice is a quick and effective way to reconnect with the present. 2. Body scanning. Tune into your body's sensations by practicing a body scan. Sit or lie down comfortably, close your eyes, and take deep breaths. Begin at your toes and slowly move your attention upward, noticing how each part of your body feels without judgment. This technique helps you release tension and ground yourself. 3. Simple meditation. Meditation doesn't need to be complex. Sit quietly in a comfortable space, close your eyes, and focus on your breath. If thoughts arise, let them pass without judgment, like clouds in the sky. Return your focus to your breathing. Just a few minutes of this practice can calm your mind and enhance your sense of presence. Bringing presence into everyday life. 1. Mindful conversations. When speaking with someone, give them your full attention. Listen deeply without interrupting or planning your response. Pay attention to their words, tone, and body language. This presence enhances communication and strengthens relationships. 2. Mindful eating. Transform meals into a mindfulness practice. Turn off distractions and focus on your food. Notice its colors, textures, and flavors. Take small bites, savoring each one. By eating mindfully, you develop a healthier relationship with food and enjoy your meals more. 3. Mindful walking. Use walking as a moment to ground yourself. Feel the earth beneath your feet, notice your body's movements, and take in the sights, sounds, and smells around you. Walking mindfully turns a simple activity into a meditative experience. 4. Mindful chores. Even routine tasks like washing dishes or folding laundry can become mindfulness exercises. Pay attention to your movements, sensations, and the rhythm of your actions. By staying present, you transform mundane chores into calming, intentional moments. Embracing the now. Incorporating these practices into your daily life can help you cultivate presence and experience life more fully. Presence doesn't require perfection. It's about returning to the moment, again and again, with awareness and kindness. By practicing mindfulness, you can find peace, clarity, and joy in even the simplest aspects of life. Chapter 5. Overcoming challenges, staying present amid life's hurdles. Living in the present sounds peaceful and refreshing, yet life's chaos often disrupts that serenity. Distractions, discomfort, and daily stress can pull us away from the moment, thrusting us into worry or frustration. However, it's during these very moments that presence becomes our greatest strength. By embracing presence, we can manage distractions, find peace in discomfort, and make mindfulness a regular part of our lives. Distractions are a natural part of life. The mind often wanders, pulled by external triggers or internal musings. A random notification, a fleeting thought, or a noisy environment can draw our attention away. But there's power in gently guiding the mind back. Imagine your thoughts as a flowing river and your awareness as a calm observer on the bank. Instead of jumping into the currents, you simply watch them pass. Each breath becomes an anchor, pulling you back to the present moment. This practice of noticing and returning to now helps create a habit of presence, even when the world feels chaotic. Then there are moments of discomfort, pain, sadness, frustration that challenge our ability to stay present. It's tempting to avoid these feelings, to distract ourselves or push them aside. Yet facing them with kindness and courage can be transformative. Imagine your emotions as guests at your door. Rather than turning them away, invite them in and listen. Acknowledge their presence without judgment. Take a deep breath and observe where you feel their weight in your body. Like waves, these feelings rise and eventually retreat, leaving you stronger for having faced them. Mindfulness, like any skill, grows with practice. Building this habit begins with small acts, pausing to breathe before a task or taking a moment to notice your surroundings. Each mindful act is like planting a seed in a garden. With time and care, this garden flourishes, filling your life with peace and clarity. Some days, presence may come naturally. Other days, it may feel elusive. That's okay. Mindfulness is not about perfection, but about gently returning to the moment again and again. The journey to presence is deeply liberating. By allowing each moment to unfold as it is, without resistance, you discover an inner calm that carries you through life's challenges. Presence becomes not just something you do, but who you are. Even in life's most turbulent storms, you remain grounded, alive, and whole. The farmer and the storm. Li Wei was a farmer who lived in a quiet village surrounded by mountains. One summer evening, dark clouds gathered, and the villagers hurried to secure their homes and livestock, fearing the storm's destruction. But Li Wei didn't rush. He sat on his porch, calmly watching the sky darken. His neighbor Mei was confused. "Why are you sitting here? The storm is coming. Shouldn't you be preparing?" Li Wei smiled gently. "I've done what I can. The rest is beyond my control. Worrying won't change the storm. It will pass as all storms do. Until then, I choose to sit with it." When the storm arrived, it roared through the valley with fierce winds and rain. Li Wei remained seated, breathing deeply and observing his fear without fleeing from it. When the storm passed, the villagers emerged to assess the damage. To everyone's surprise, Li Wei's farm was untouched. Mei asked, "How were you so calm while everything seemed so uncertain?" Li Wei replied, "Storms are a part of life, just like calm days. We can prepare, but we can't control everything. Accepting this truth brings peace, even in the chaos. By staying present and not resisting what I couldn't change, I weathered the storm without suffering." Li Wei's story teaches that life's challenges like storms are unavoidable, yet by accepting what we cannot control and staying present, we can endure them with resilience and grace. Chapter 6: Practical Ways to Cultivate Presence. In a world filled with distractions, being fully present may seem like a luxury. Yet, it's possible to weave mindfulness into everyday moments, transforming ordinary experiences into opportunities for calm and clarity. One simple way to embrace presence is by tuning into your breath. Your breath is a constant companion, anchoring you to the moment. When your mind wanders, return to your breath. Feel its rhythm, notice its depth, and let it ground you in the now. This practice can be a moment of reconnection, helping you stay centered. Another approach is mindful meditation, which doesn't need to be complicated. Just a few minutes of sitting quietly and focusing on your breath can clear mental clutter and create a sense of calm. When thoughts arise, observe them without judgment and return to the present. Mindfulness can also enrich daily interactions. Instead of thinking about what to say next in conversations, try listening deeply. Notice the speaker's tone, expressions, and words. Being fully present in these moments deepens connections and creates meaningful exchanges. Even routine activities like eating can become acts of mindfulness. Savor each bite, notice the flavors, and feel gratitude for the meal. Similarly, embrace moments of stillness throughout your day. Instead of filling every gap with distractions, pause, breathe, and remind yourself that simply being here is enough. Gratitude can further deepen your sense of presence. Life is filled with small joys, a kind smile, a warm drink, or a peaceful moment. By appreciating these simple pleasures, you root yourself in the beauty of the present. Mindfulness isn't just a practice, it's a way of living. With each act of presence, you cultivate peace, clarity, and joy. Over time, these moments build a foundation of calm and gratitude, turning each day into a celebration of now. Chapter 7. The deep connection to the present moment. Living fully in the present moment is more than just a way to calm our minds or quiet our thoughts. It is a profound, even spiritual experience that goes far beyond simply existing. The present moment is often seen as sacred in many spiritual practices, from Zen to mindfulness. It's considered a gateway to understanding ourselves, our place in the world, and the deeper connections that bind us to everything around us. To be fully present means to connect with life in its purest form, without distractions, judgments, or expectations. The act of being present is more than just being in the now. It's about awakening to the richness of the present experience. When we focus on the here and now, we give ourselves permission to experience life without the weight of past regrets or future anxieties. In these moments, we become aware of the beauty, peace, and depth that already exists in the world, waiting for us to notice it. Spiritual teachings from Zen, mindfulness, and other practices often stress that the present moment is where peace can be found. Zen encourages us to let go of thoughts about the past and future so we can experience life as it truly is, free of the burdens of worry, fear, or regret. In this space of presence, we shed our mental baggage and are left with clarity and peace. It is in this moment that we can truly experience the fullness of life without distraction. Similarly, mindfulness teaches that we don't need to dwell on what happened yesterday or worry about what may come tomorrow. Instead, we can focus on what is happening right now. This simple practice, just being present in the moment, is in itself a form of meditation. It calls us to live with intention, to bring our full attention to what is happening, and to savor each experience as it unfolds. In the stillness of the present moment, we often feel a sense of connection to something greater than ourselves. It is as if the world opens up, inviting us to become part of something larger, something vast and eternal. There is no need to prove our worth or chase after success. We are enough as we are. This connection to the present moment brings peace and reassurance, allowing us to live with a sense of calm and fulfillment. Chapter 8. The spiritual side of presence, a path to peace. The deeper we dive into the present moment, the more we realize that it is not just about quieting our minds, it is about awakening our hearts and souls to the richness of the now. Many spiritual teachings emphasize that the present moment is the only place where true peace can be found. Zen, for instance, teaches that when we let go of thoughts about the past or the future, we can experience life as it is, without the heavy burdens of fear, worry, or regret clouding our perception. In this space, we discover freedom, like lifting a weight from our hearts. Mindfulness also echoes this truth. It reminds us that when we live fully in the present, we are not distracted by the noise of our thoughts, anxieties, or the imagined future. We simply allow ourselves to be. This ability to just be in the moment is in itself a form of meditation, a reminder that life consists of a series of precious moments, each one deserving our full attention. When we are truly present, we can sense something beyond ourselves, an interconnectedness with life that transcends words. We are at peace because we no longer feel the need to achieve or prove anything. In the present moment, we are enough just as we are. In these moments of presence, we may also notice a deep connection to ourselves. Living in the now allows us to become more aware of our emotions, our desires, and our true nature. We can no longer hide from our feelings or avoid uncomfortable truths. Instead, we begin to accept ourselves fully, without judgment. We may feel joy, sadness, or even loneliness, but in accepting these emotions, we become more in tune with our hearts. This deeper self-awareness helps us to live authentically, making choices that are aligned with who we truly are. When we start to live in the present, we often find that we are not our thoughts or worries. We are something deeper, something steady and unshakable. This connection to our true selves brings a sense of inner peace, helping us move through life with calm and confidence. Living in the present also transforms our relationships with others. When we truly listen, without distraction, we offer something incredibly powerful, our presence. We are not just hearing words, we are truly seeing and understanding the other person. This deep listening creates a bond of trust and connection as the other person feels heard and valued. In those moments, we are fully present with them, not rushing ahead or looking back. We are simply there, experiencing the moment together. This presence allows us to connect with others in a way that goes beyond words. It is a form of love and respect. By being fully present, we are saying, I am here with you, and this moment matters. It is in these moments that we find the beauty of human connection, where both people feel truly accepted and understood. When we cultivate presence, even the simplest moments become more meaningful. We notice the beauty in everyday life, a flower, a song, the warmth of the sun on our face. These small moments, often overlooked, suddenly become profound experiences that help us feel more connected to the world around us. We begin to see that life is not just about reaching goals or achieving success. It's about appreciating each moment for its own sake. Being present helps us recognize that we are part of something much larger than ourselves, a vast web of life where everything is interconnected. This realization brings a deep sense of peace and gratitude, allowing us to live with an open heart. Life becomes not about what we want to achieve, but about how we can appreciate the journey, the people, and the moments that unfold each day.